Noise. No, no, no. Absolutely not. Baby sounds are great. All right, so we are live again today for the Global Harmonization. If this is your first time in one of the Global Harmonizations, we are a group of like-minded individuals who lead with the heart, bring love out into everything that we do, and really set up in the morning, getting into a space to bring that forth and really taking a look, making the world a better place through how I change myself rather than pointing the finger that way. It comes back this way. And I think the majority of us that are in this group have been on this spiritual path for quite some time and have really grown by some leaps and bounds. It's been really amazing to see. And by setting up with this harmonization, one can expect to become moving in flow, ease, and grace, and really just call in the things that really are in alignment. It's really about alignment or resonance. I use that word quite a bit. It's not about making massive change necessarily. Sometimes it is, but it's not that has to happen. It's really just getting in that flow, getting in that alignment, knowing who I am, and knowing what my role is here in this little game that we play. As Fizz throws off, oh yes, I'm responsible for everything. And the more that I took that attitude and then actually started speaking based on that attitude, it actually made it, I could do less. I could actually accomplish more doing less just when I accepted that in my own thinking that I'm responsible for everything that comes into my awareness, and maybe everything beyond as well, at least working on everything that comes into my awareness right now and expanding my awareness at the same time. And doing it from a mental state, an emotional state, and of course, what I'm speaking. And then when it comes to taking action, usually if those things are in line, the actions just allow this process to happen. And it's really magical. So today I threw in I've been toying with this idea of this hashtag mirror mirror. And I'm gonna throw it out there for you guys because I know that we get some pretty highly conscious people into this group. So I'm going to invite anybody, when you see somebody projecting out and throwing a bunch of blame, maybe drop in a little hashtag mirror mirror. Just drop in that I've been doing it every once in a while, and the response, that's all I put, and they're like, what do you mean? And it opens up a dialogue. Now they start asking me questions versus saying, who I see is who I be. That was one of the ways that I used to kind of provoke that thought, that introspection. I find, in my experience, I find that what I see in others is true for me. And it wasn't necessarily, it was effective with some people. I find that this little mirror mirror thing is a little bit playful. The funny thing is, like, I don't know how many of you actually look in the mirror and talk to yourself. Like, do you ever go in the mirror and talk to yourself and look at yourself in the eye? And I get to do it every single time I'm on these videos, by the way, right? So I'm looking directly, my eye is right there on the screen. It would look more like I was going like that to you, but that's not really where it is. It's on the screen. So I'm actually getting to look in the mirror. So I'm talking to myself. I'm taking the responsibility for myself. So I get this practice all the time. When I say I love you to all of you at the end of the show, I'm also looking at myself. So I'm getting this practice. I didn't even realize that until I started saying it here. But looking in the mirror, how many of you actually look in the mirror and like give yourself a once over and say, I like what I see, or I'd like to adjust this? And I'm not just talking about putting makeup on, right? And I'm not just talking about the physical attributes. I'm talking about, like, when I look in the mirror, like, I know my character is solid, my character is strong. Because unless I can do it in the mirror, then there's no way I'm going to be able to do it with the illusion when there's another face on the mirror, right? Because we know, everybody in here, I think, knows who I'm looking at is actually, this whole thing is a hologram. It's all a mirror of some thought, some psychological construct, some bit of essence of me somewhere from the past, a relic from the past that's created here in the now. And everybody that I interact with is actually just interacting with myself in another state of consciousness. It is always looking in the mirror. So when I see this out in the world, I'm very tempted to tell the other person to change who seems like they're the other person, right? But when I'm looking in the mirror, if I want to change what I see in the mirror, I don't put lipstick on the mirror. I put the lipstick on myself. I want red lips, right? And if I'm looking at someone else and I want them to change, I'm not going to reach across and put lipstick on their face. It's actually, I gotta change myself. I'm not gonna, if they're on their phone too much, and it's annoying me because they're always on their phone when we're at dinner, then I need to take my phone and not have it with me at all. Not at all. Like for 24 hours. Just don't use it at all. Not only like tit for tat, dinner kind of thing. Like, no, then apparently I think that they're too much on their phone. That means I'm too much on my phone. Why do I have a problem with them being on their phone? And when I start changing these habits, when I start looking at things, what can I control? What can I do here and there? I start to see what the correlation is. And I start to see the magic in how when I change myself, it changes the other person. So I invite you all, if there's anything I post that I should use as a reflection, please hashtag me, mirror, mirror. And also, this doesn't just mean call people out when they're in the victim story and say, hashtag mirror, mirror. This can also be hashtag mirror, mirror when somebody sees the greatness in someone else, right? That's one of the most beautiful things is when I see Emily praising somebody, for example, and seeing how good they are. And I can look at her and be like, mirror, mirror, that's you. And she's like, oh yeah, right. Thank you for reminding me. Right. So now it's become like a game because we're together like all the time, like one unit. It's pretty interesting. And you know, we're looking to grow this kind of way of being because it's just so exciting to have people that support us, and to be able to support other people and see people actually self-actualize. This is about self-actualization. This is not about me doing things for you. Me supporting you doesn't mean I come over and I build you a new roof if you need a new roof. Right? It might actually be me connecting you with someone that can build the roof because none of us have any business building a roof. Right? So that might be that connecting, or it might be just me asking you the right questions so you realize who you already know that can do it, which is actually the best way. Right? Self-empowerment. And that's what the self-actualization is. That's what this mirror thing is. It's remembering the truth in who I am. It's not about being Ian Gray or Fizz Anthony or Rhonda Speller or August Ellis or Emily Delane, and I don't know who else is on. It's not about that identity. It's about something far greater within that comes through, that shines through in everything that you do. Comes from the heart. It's so beyond the identity of the names that we give each other. I mean, the names are useful. Like, right, when I'm talking to Emily and I would like her to bring something to me, I'm going to say, Emily, would you bring that to me? Or, hey, babe, nonetheless, would you bring that to me, right? We use it as identification so that we can communicate. But Emily is not the actions that she does. She is not the clothes that she wears. She's not the body that she's in. She's not the emotion that she's experiencing or the thought that's going through her head. Right? She's far beyond that. So giving these names is great to use in this little illusion that we play in this game of life, this role-playing game. Right? This stage that we live in on. The different roles and characters. That's what it's about. I think this mirror, mirror thing is reminding mirror, mirror, like you are in control. You are just looking into a mirror. You are looking into a mirror. So whatever you're seeing is what you are creating. You might not be creating this moment. You might have created it a half hour ago or 3 days ago, where you're thinking about things like, I'm going to go to that restaurant and they're always so slow, right? That's came up for me already. Like, for this morning, we're going out to breakfast after this. I already thought about a restaurant I wanted to go. I'm like, but they're always so slow. And there I am creating that experience that, they're always so slow. Costa Rica, now I'm trapped. I can't even find a place. We'll just eat here, which is fine. Maybe there's a better path to eat here. No, we're still going out, baby. But that's the thing, is being able to know where I created that expectation, where I created that reality for myself. So I invite you all to mirror me. I'm plugging in a new mic here. I didn't realize this went off. Hope it picks up. So that all being said, let me make sure that I'm going to just change the mic to make sure. Yeah. All right. Cool. Let's drop into harmonization. Mirror, like, who are you being? What are you creating in reality? What are you willing to take responsibility for? What's happening for you right now that actually is something you created that you are grateful for? Take responsibility for all the blessings in your life. Take responsibility for all of the suffering in your life, if you want to call it that, right? Because if you have blessings, then you've got suffering. You got duality, right? To create that duality, you got to have opposites. So what's the opposite? I'm not going to say damnations, because I don't think you got any damnations. We'll say suffering. Suffering and blessings, right? So take responsibility for them. Take responsibility. And as soon as I take responsibility for them, then I can learn from them and I can recreate them, or I can create something new. That's all it's about. It's all within. You got it. So let's drop in, get into position for a nice little harmonization today. And I'm going to move my little bowl a little closer here. It's actually a giant crystal bowl. Got this on a whim. And I hope you're enjoying the baby noises. You get them all night. Yeah. Free of charge. It's bonus. All those little grunts. So takes after his mom so much. So drop those shoulders back. Just take a breath in through the nose. Feeling the belly, feeling the chest. And just come here right now. Just forget about that to-do list. Forget about the rest of the day. Forget about yesterday, all the worries, concerns. Just forget about those right here, right now. All there is you and your breath. And the other people on this live video, me in this bowl. Come into your breath and begin to become one with that eternal spirit flows through. For me, it helps to hold my breath at the top. And letting go. I'm going to make some sound into this, become one with this beautiful sound of this crystal bowl. Breathing in to the vibration. Allowing any parts of the body to rest and relax and open up. And just breathing into that heart. Let's do a little heart expansion here. Each breath, each inhalation, noticing the light in the heart expanding, filling the chest. Feeling that glow emanate. Each breath, the light becoming brighter, bolder, broader. Having the heart fill the space. That energy of the heart filling the space that's in your immediate awareness. So if that's inside your chest, feel that. It's the entire room. Feel that. Keeping the light bright. Now with that love in the heart, that light so filled, inviting in any loving thoughts that I might have to the awareness. What would the heart say? What would my spirit say about me showing up for today's harmonization? What would my spirit say about gratitude I have for each breath? Opening up for this spirit to give guidance in any area of my life. Do I have the willingness to let the Spirit be in the driver's seat throughout all days, all moments in time? To bring my blessings everywhere I go. To outwardly project and bestow these blessings that I know I already have upon all that is around. Bringing in some sound to allow these insights more space to harmonize to a vibration. Notice how all this giving creates a tremendous vacuum. Filling myself back up as much as I can give, being refilled by this Spirit, by these blessings. Inviting the Spirit within to turn on a little dashboard light, a little notification every single time I receive a blessing. Noticing the magic in each moment. Constant reminders of the awe, the wonder, the freedom, the greatness, the love, the courage. That always exists as part of me. Bringing the hands in front of the heart in prayer position, pressing them together, deeply inhaling. Noticing that vibration within, that peace, tranquility. That spirit of giving, as I am the way, the truth, and the life. I am a sovereign being. I am the illusion that I stare into. I am pure divine love. I'm grateful for each moment. Dropping the hands down, opening the eyes when you feel good with it. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. Thank you, August and Fizz, for always commenting and dropping in with me. It means a lot. It definitely it makes a difference for me seeing the comments and the likes and the hearts and all that stuff. It definitely churns that fire within. It's great reflective back to me. So thank you for being here so often. And everybody else that comes on, Rhonda, Lisa, Dan, Olga, Colleen, all the regulars. So great to have you guys on here. You make a big difference in my day. You make a big difference in how this rolls out for me. So I really, really appreciate you being here. I feel the energy. I feel the love. I'm grateful for each one of you. Have an amazing, amazing day. God bless you all. And I'm going to take baby mama and baby to breakfast. Have a great day. God bless.